What's up, my people? Welcome back to Mel Official, a place where we share about business, money, life, and self-growth. Today we are talking about the expensive habits, of which if you avoid these expensive habits, you'll find yourself saving. So I'll share these habits right after the break. Today I'll share some of the expensive habits I've seen over time, and some of the things I was also doing these things, but with time, after getting a lot of lessons and lectures and everything, I stopped doing these things and substituted these things with other options. And today I'm going to share with you these expensive habits so that if you're also doing these expensive habits, you can switch them with other things and find yourself saving a little bit more for vacations, for each and every other thing you might wish or you might want to do. So watch this video until the end and you get to know these habits. Number 5, one of the expensive habits we do as people is allowing other people to dictate our expenditure. If you're in the corporate world, there is this behavior after work where people go and catch up with a bottle of something of their choice. But this is an expensive behavior. In doing this, you find yourself under peer pressure. Your friends are not going to take 5 bottles and for you choose to take 1 because you don't want them to see you as the person who doesn't have the money to facilitate the bill. Or today you'll have a little but they'll ask you to facilitate the bill or foot the bill alone. So these behaviors each and every day, we see them as fun, as a social factor, but in the end we are spending much more than we can afford. At last you might think you're a baller, but in actual sense you're not a baller because you're spending your own money, and once you're into losses and debts and you don't have much more to save or much more to put aside for other things, no one will be with you. So this is the reason why you have to consider these things and don't allow other people to dictate your expenditure. This is number 5. Number 4, are you one of those people who are paying for things but you never use them? I mean things like TV, things like newsletters, other things like books or any other thing. A friend of mine once asked me, when do I watch the TV I pay for? And to be sincere, I wasn't watching this TV each and every day. I used to watch this TV once in a week and I was paying a subscription of a month. So if you're one of these people who are doing such a thing, you have to regulate. Go back and check the things you are paying for and the things you are using and the things you aren't using. We find ourselves having things like credit cards and putting our cards online, and each and every month they keep chopping this money. But are we using the services we are paying for? Ask yourself this. Go back and see the things you're doing, the things for the newsletters or each and every other thing that you are paying for and you're using or you aren't using. From there, you'll find that you're paying for a lot of things, but some of the things you're not using them. And if you're not using them, you're spending money on something you're not utilizing. So this is one of the other expensive habits we can avoid to save a little bit more. Number 3, the other expensive habit is eating out or wasting food. When the lockdown had just started, each and every day, I used to buy a meal for lunch and for supper. But little did I know that this was not sustainable. But even if it was sustainable, the money I was spending on food, I could have used this money. The money I was spending on food for a day, I could use this money to prepare meals at home for a week. And this clearly showed me that eating out each and every day from Monday to Friday, I was spending much more than I would be spending. So in the so doing, I adopted a behavior of cooking from home. And with time, I found myself saving a little bit more. But also, on the bit of wasting food, if you're cooking from home and you find yourself that the food that has remained, you don't have a way of preserving it and you end up throwing it. This is another way you are spending a lot of money without realizing. Because this food, you can store this food and use it the next day without purchasing more and more. So if you're eating out each and every day, please try to adopt. You can start by choosing a few days in the week, let's say Wednesday and Friday, or you can choose to start preparing these meals from home. Number 2, online shopping. This is a thing that is getting up each and every day. A lot of people are changing from going to the market, going to the shop, going to these different places, but adopting online shopping, which is very good. But just to let you know, when you do your shopping online, there is a vendor, there is a person who delivers, and there is another person who is the mediator, who's bringing the person who's selling and you the person that is buying. So all those people need a commission from your money. So you find yourself, if you're going to buy something for 50,000, it will be 70,000 minus the commissions of all these people I've listed above. So if you get yourself into shopping which is online, you find yourself spending a little bit more than you'd have spent if you had moved to the market or to the shop or to any other place. So make sure that if you're going to do online shopping, it is in these cases where it is inevitable. But if you can walk to the shop and buy your kilogram of sugar, it's better than buying this kilogram of sugar on an online store where you're going to spend a little much more. So please, mobile shopping, online shopping is very good, but you can regulate it so that you don't find yourself spending a lot. This is another expensive behavior you can avoid to save much more. Number 1, I know many of you will be surprised, but I have to tell you because I'm here to let you know, and this is the purpose of this channel. So if you're buying bottled water each and every day, just know that 500 mils of bottled water at 1,000 shillings can buy you 5 jerrycans of 20 liters of water. So this is number 1. I know many of you might disagree, but this is the sincere truth. If you prepare this water from home, other than buying this water from the shop, you're saving much more than you can think. So this is number 1. Just a bonus tip for you who has watched this video until this point. You know, when you buy things, there is this money we call change, the surplus money, or in our local language, balance. So if you just leave this balance with the shopkeeper, or you bought something and you're leaving that balance with someone, in the end you find yourself losing a lot of money. Why? Because if you keep this money, or if you get these boxes where you keep these coins or this change, in the end you find yourself saving a lot of money with time, because it has a ripple effect. It keeps accumulating over time. So this is a bonus tip for you who has watched this video until this point. As we've shared today, these are the expensive habits I've realized over the time. If you know some of these habits, you can also share them in the comment section below so that we get to learn from each other. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, Mayor Official, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to always receive notifications once I upload the video. You'll be the first to know if you hit the notification bell. I remain Mayor. Salute.